Project Bluebeam.
One day y'all gonna see something so scary, you're gonna think it's fake. It's gonna be real. Everybody saying Project Bluebeam, but it's gonna be real. That's how everybody gonna get caught up in some mess. That's how a lot of people gonna get hurt. Y'all gonna see something so weird one day that you look up and be like, oh, that ain't real. That can't happen, and it's really gonna happen. A lot of people are lost right now. AI got people's minds so messed up, man. When y'all see it coming, it's gonna hit you so fast, you ain't gonna even see it coming.
What is Project Bluebeam, and what is its origin? Today, we will find out what it is, who came up with it, and why. And is it another tactic to pull you from the truth, which is the word of Yahuwah? Let's find out. While researching today on the subject at hand, which is Project Bluebeam, this is what came up. And the guy that we'll be talking about name is Serge Monast. I think that's how you pronounce it. Well, it says he was a Quebecose conspiracy theorist. He is mostly known for his promotion of the Project Bluebeam conspiracy theory, which persists a plot to facilitate a totalitarian world government by destroying Abrahamic religions and replacing them with a new age belief system using futuristic NASA technology and involving a faked alien invasion or fake extraterrestrial encounter meant to deceive nations into uniting under a world government. In the early 1990s, he started writing on the theme of the New World Order and conspiracies hatched by secret societies, being particularly inspired by the works of William Guy Carr, which was a Navy officer or a Navy person. Anyways, in 1994, he published Project Bluebeam, NASA, in which he detailed his claim that NASA with the help of the United Nations, was attempting to implement a New Age religion with the Antichrist at its head and start a new world order via a technological simulated second coming of Christ. You guys can keep reading further along if you like. Just pause the video, but press for time here, so we're going to keep on going. And in 1995, he published his most detailed work, The Protocols of the Elders of Zion, which was titled 6.6.6, okay? He said that a Masonic group called 6.6.6 for 20 years had been gathering the world's powerful to establish the New World Order and control the minds of individuals. He died of a heart attack in his home in December of 1996 at the age of 51. And like I said, you can continue to read on if you pause the video. But let's continue.
Project Bluebeam was initially introduced in the early 1990s by Serge Monast, a journalist who transitioned into the realm of conspiracy theories. His fascination with the works of fellow conspiracy theorists led him to explore the activities of secret societies, ultimately sparking his interest in theories surrounding a possible New World Order, which became the basis for Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory positing that NASA and the United Nations are collaborating to establish a New World Order through the promotion of a New Age religion led by the Antichrist. This theory asserts that advanced technology will be employed to deceive individuals into accepting this new belief system. Should they achieve their alleged objectives, it is claimed that all conventional religions will be eradicated, and national identities will be dissolved in favor of a singular global religion and a unified world government. Serge Monast, prior to gaining recognition for his Project Bluebeam theory, was a Canadian author and journalist active during the 1970s and 1980s. Limited information is available regarding his early life. However, it is evident that by the early 1990s, Monast had developed a profound interest in conspiracy theories. He commenced his writings on the New World Order, a concept prevalent in various conspiracy theories that assert the existence of an organization, such as the United Nations or the Illuminati, endeavoring to establish a global government and to condition individuals to accept a totalitarian regime. In 1994, Monast first introduced the concept of Project Bluebeam through his publication titled NASA's Project Bluebeam. He further elaborated on this theory the following year in Les Protocoles de Toronto, which drew significant influence from the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, a fabricated document that purportedly outlined a Jewish conspiracy for global domination. Some theorists have observed that Monast's theory bears resemblance to the narrative of an unreleased Star Trek film treatment titled The God Thing, authored by Gene Roddenberry in 1975. In this narrative, a formidable alien being masquerades as God with the intention of dominating Earth. The crew of the Enterprise is tasked with revealing its deceit and thwarting its plans. Additionally, comparisons have been drawn between Project Bluebeam and an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, entitled Devil's Due, which aired in 1991. In this episode, a swindler impersonates an ancient devil figure and attempts to subjugate a planet using holograms and deception. The Enterprise crew must uncover her trickery and liberate the planet. Nevertheless, there is no substantiated evidence to suggest that Monist was influenced by Star Trek, nor that Star Trek drew inspiration from Monist. The initial phase of Project Bluebeam entails the manipulation of historical narratives through the orchestration of artificial earthquakes globally. These engineered seismic events are intended to facilitate the emergence of counterfeit artifacts that would undermine the credibility of established religions, particularly Christianity and Islam. Monist posited that NASA and the United Nations would systematically erode these long-standing faiths by instilling historical skepticism, thereby promoting their New Age belief system. The second step entails the use of three-dimensional holographic laser projections that would be transmitted globally to create an extensive space show, showcasing a range of religious figures in the sky, such as Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha. The climax of this spectacle would feature the convergence of these diverse holograms into a singular representation, the Antichrist. However, the question arises as to how this cosmic display would persuade every individual on Earth to align with the purported plans of NASA and the United Nations. Monist provided the following clarification. Such rays from satellites are derived from the memories of computers that have accumulated vast amounts of data about every human being on the planet, including their languages. These rays will then intertwine with their inherent thought processes to create what we refer to as diffuse artificial thought. The third phase is referred to as telepathic electronic two-way communication. Monist asserted that NASA would employ low-frequency radio waves and satellite signals to establish a form of telepathic communication with individuals, who would be led to believe that a divine entity is addressing them. Monist contended that this method of communication would enable NASA to shape individuals' thoughts and condition them for the subsequent stage. The concluding phase of Project Bluebeam comprises several distinct stages. The initial stage aims to persuade the global population that an extraterrestrial invasion is on the horizon. The subsequent stage seeks to assure Christians that the rapture is imminent. The third stage entails NASA employing cutting-edge technology to enable supernatural forces to traverse television cables, telephone lines, and optical fibers, thereby triggering microchips embedded in all consumer electronics and appliances. In the anticipated turmoil that was likely to arise, Monist was convinced that NASA and the United Nations would gradually reveal their envisioned New World Order. This would involve the gradual elimination of cash in favor of a form of cryptocurrency and the eradication of the notion of individual autonomy, with humanity poised to embrace these changes for the sake of survival. Those who consented would be compelled to accept a new totalitarian global government and a New Age belief system that centered around the cult of man. Those who opposed this transformation would confront a range of severe penalties, including forced labor and even execution.
Hey, brother, can you repeat yourself again? Because these people still believe man when man takes their ideas from ABBA's scriptures.
One day y'all gonna see something so scary, you're gonna think it's fake. It's gonna be real. Everybody saying Project Bluebeam, but it's gonna be real. That's how everybody gonna get caught up in some mess. That's how a lot of people gonna get hurt. Y'all gonna see something so weird one day that you look up and be like, oh, that ain't real. That can't happen, and it's really gonna happen. A lot of people lost right now. Hey, y'all got people's minds so messed up, man. When y'all see it coming, it's gonna hit you so fast, you ain't gonna even see it coming.
Indeed, brother, indeed. Which reminds me of Luke 21, verse 26. Luke chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are common on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And another thing I agree with you on, brother, is the fact that when you said they won't see it coming, check this out. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 4, the Most High already said it. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Basically, what the Most High was saying to us was this: don't get caught off guard. Don't get caught slipping. Don't be taken by surprise. You won't even see it coming. This is what's really going to be happening. Let's go to Revelations chapter 1, verse 7 and 8. Behold, he comes with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the ending, says Yahuwah Elohim, which is, which was, and which is to come. Yahuwah Tessavoeth. Project Bluebeam, what? Who? Oh, that's right. Just man trying to come up with an explanation to pull you away from the truth, the word of Yahuwah. Peace and prosperity. Our praise to the Most High.